Skyzone.Society.
Yo, what's going on to all my people out there in the sports world? You know what I mean? It's your favorite sports podcast. But if you don't know the name, let me put you on game. It's the Zone Sports Podcast. You know what I mean? On what half for your host, your boy Big V. You know what I mean? For all my people out there on the YouTube, you can see my guy, my co-host, man. You know what I mean? Let them know who you is, my G.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Cool C, never dating a floozy. Yo, it's your boy Corey, never telling the same old tired story. And it's also your boy COOL. Sure enough, wondering what the hell. And for those, the zone is just checking us out on YouTube, man. We got the sound for you. Out back. Yo, it's your boy Corey, Big Vito. What is going on, my guy?
Man, you already know, man. I'm great. I'm ready to talk some sports, you know what I'm saying? But before we do all that, I got to let the people know who we sponsored by. We sponsored by my brand, Skyzone.Society. Make sure you shopping at Skyzone.Society.bigcartel.com. Go over there. Go pick up my new Mozzarella EP produced by One Cheddar. It's fire. Okay. We got some clothes and candles over there too. Just go over there and get right. You know what I mean?
Dude, treat yourself.
Treat yourself, man. Corey, you know what I mean? I know everything been good with you. You know what I'm saying? Everything been good with me. You know what I mean? Yeah. Everything is straight. No worries at this point in time.
That's a blessing right there by itself.
You know, it's a blessing just to have a peace of mind at the moment. You know what I mean? Just a peace. Nothing crazy. Nobody's sick at the moment. You know what I mean? Nobody's going through anything crazy.
That's good.
You know what I mean? Just everything's all right now. Thank you, Lord. You know what I mean? But amen, Corey,
brother. Yeah.
I gotta tell you though, man. Everything has been good on my end. But I don't think everything was good on the Houston Rockets team and in the locker room when Damian Lillard dropped 71 points on them the other day. You know what I mean? I don't think everything was good over there in that locker room. It shouldn't have been. You know what I mean? Yeah. It shouldn't have been. You know what I mean? Yeah. Big shout out to Dame. You know what I mean?
Dame Dollar.
Dame time. You know what I'm saying? Corey, I want to start there because you know, it's a lot of people that have been not just people of just regular walks of life, but even the professional sports analysts of that are better than us, so to speak. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They've said that they don't particularly believe that Damian Lillard would get a championship with the Portland organization, Corey.
Yeah.
I want to know your thoughts on that particular topic, Corey. Are you one of those people that believe Dame Dollar, Mr. Dame Time himself? You know what I mean? Does he have to leave Portland, Corey, to get that beloved championship, man?
Yes. YES, all capital letters, 12,000 exclamation points.
Okay.
And he has to leave. He has to leave. He won't leave, but he has to leave if that's what he wants to do. And I tell me why, not even being funny. Okay.
Tell me why.
So you and I both was born in the early 80s. Mm-hmm. And how many championships has Portland won? Okay. Okay. All right. That's fine. History. Got it. All right. So I'm going to answer it for you. 0. Now, here's the deal. Portland is not an issue of a basketball organization. They're not. Portland, Big V, is one of those organizations. They're actually well ran. Mm-hmm. You know, I think ever since, if I'm not mistaken, when they chose Sam Bowie over Michael Jordan, I just think that they're just I don't want to say cursed franchise, but they're a mid-tier NBA franchise. Like, they do enough to make you think that they could actually be in the run. I remember a gentleman by the name of Brandon Roy that came out. I want to say this was late, maybe 08, 09, maybe 07. Anyway, in the late 2000s, right?
Hell of a player.
And he was a hell of a player, Big V. And I thought that maybe I'm just ignorant. I thought that was going to be the guy that take them to where they need to go. And then injuries got in the way, right? You talking about a guy who you never won't really know where he could have gotten to had he just not, he had chronic knee issues, Big V. I mean, it's just the minute he get cleared, he'll go back out for a little bit and same thing again, had to basically retire. And then it's like you get Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum. Woo! I'm like, boy, the backcourt is nasty. And I want to say that, you know, with Portland in the 80s and the 90s, especially the 90s, you could argue, man, look, they ran up against the Bulls. Man, ain't no shame in that, right? And then you could argue that, you know, during the early 2000s, you know, oh, shoot, the daggone Lakers was doing their thing. I mean, the point is, Big V, it seems like it's always something to where they know how to get you to the prom, but you ain't leaving with the girl. Like you're like, and I'm really not trying to clown Portland because I personally, not personally, but I could see why Damian Lillard wants to stay there because again, this ain't the Knicks with James Dolan, right? I don't even know who the owner of the Portland Trail Blazers is. And let me tell you something about that, Big V. That's a good thing.
Yes.
Because short of you being a fan of that team, or unless it's like Jerry Jones reincarnated, or like someone that's really out there flamboyant like a Mark Cuban, you really ain't supposed to know who the owner is. Because the owner is supposed to play the back or play the top or however you're supposed to play it. But you ain't really supposed to know the name of said owner of said team that you ain't really a fan of, or they're not out there like a Mark Cuban. Man, I just think that they just don't have what it takes to put it all together for that run. Because to me, with Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum, Big V, if I'm not mistaken, I might be wrong, I don't even think they made it out the West during that backcourt era. And again, there's no shame to losing against LeBron when he was in the East, whether it's with Cleveland, whether it's with Miami. Big V, you're talking about you got a team during that Miami run, I want to say in 2011, again, years give or take, might be off, where the Oklahoma City Thunder got out of the West with a then coming off the bench, James Harden, Russell Westbrook, your guy, and Kevin Durant. They at least got. I just don't think so, man. I think he just got to go elsewhere, and he won't do it. And I can understand why he wants to stay loyal because, man, I'm telling you, getting one championship in Portland would be equivalent to LeBron James getting that ship in Cleveland. Yeah, he got him with Miami. He got one with LA, but I bet you it was something special about that Cleveland one. And I tell you what, just like if you was to win one in New York, albeit with the Knicks, if you can win one in Portland, you could own that city. Hell, Damian Lillard owns Portland now, and he's from Oakland. So I just don't think he could do it, man. What say you? I would love to hear a different perspective on this, and I want to hear one.
First of all, let's start at the top. Yeah, I gotta. Let's start with the Portland organization. Hell of an organization, first class. Always, ran how it was supposed to be. We never hear any craziness coming out of Portland. Brandon Roy could have been something special. I gotta say, you're right. They are cursed. I don't want to say they're cursed, but they've had some bad. God Almighty, Corey. I mean, when you think about the team with Clyde Drexler,
man,
Terry Porter, Kevin Duckworth,
yeah, man,
Cliff Robinson, they right. Just like a lot of other teams, though, Corey, they ran up against MJ and the Bulls, man. MJ and the Bulls. But after MJ, they were just plagued with bad injuries from really great players. I mean, listen, don't get me started on Greg Oden.
I forgot about him. I totally forgot about him, Big V. Man, totally forgot about him. You're 100% correct.
Imagine what he would have been.
Right.
Injury prone. You know what I mean? Injury prone. But I want to start right there, and I want to disagree with you, Corey.
Okay.
I think he can get a championship in Portland. And I'm gonna tell and let's start with a Greg Odenish type conversation. We talking about how Greg Oden would have been minus injuries, right?
Right.
In my opinion, that is what Dame is missing, Corey. That would get him a chip, in my opinion. That is all he's missing. You brought up him and CJ McCullough. He's always had a hell of a backcourt. Hell, he got one now with the young Anthony Simons.
You got Anthony Simons over there,
with those doggish pieces such as Justice Winslow and people like that. You got you got a couple.
I like Chauncey Billups being the coach over there.
I was getting to that. Like, you have a players coach who can relate to Dame, and I just want to allot Chauncey some time. I feel like Chauncey deserves some time to get that team to where it needs to be. I want to even go on a limb and say, Corey, within the next 5 years, the Portland Trailblazers will be competing for a championship. I want to say
competing.
Compete. I don't know about bringing home, but I can see them. I can see them being in the Western Conference Finals. I can see them being in the finals. And this is what I'm saying. If they get the right piece around Dame, and I'm telling you, Corey, in my opinion, that piece is just a dominant center. Yes, you have a good piece of what is it, Nurkic? I don't want to mispronounce his name.
Yeah.
Hell of a piece. He's good player. But we need somebody. He needs a DeAndre Ayton, Corey. In my opinion, he needs a DeAndre. He needs somebody that could have been what Greg Oden could have been. I mean, he needs a dog like that, in my opinion. I'll even say, Corey, he had a dog, but that dog wasn't mature enough. And my guy, they shipped him out to he was on Miami for a little bit. Forgot his name. Big man, tall guy. He can hoop, but
you're not talking about Crowder, are you?
Not Crowder. No,
not Crowder. Okay.
He let like he could block shots real good. Like he was really a defensive presence down low. Bit immature. I cannot remember the guy's name.
Okay.
God, Tom, I wish I see his face now. Pardon me, but they need they. I think it was the last name White. Can't remember. Don't know. I probably it'll come to me when we get off the phone. I mean, get off air. But I just feel like he just needs a dominant center. He needs a DeAndre Ayton type of piece that can maybe take you inside and give you a little mid range. I think he need a piece where he can do his pick and roll thing and maybe throw the lob. I really think if somebody of an Anthony Davis was on that team, good night.
Yeah.
Good night. He got shooters.
He do have shooters.
I'm telling you, Corey, in my opinion, he's a big man away from getting a chip. I feel like
I would love to see it.
I feel like that organization with the new coach in Chauncey, who's relatively new.
Yeah. I
give them the next 4 or 5 years to get him a dominant big man. They got to. If they want to take it to that next level, in my opinion, that's all he needs. We've seen him with a dominant backcourt. He's always had that. Him and CJ were crazy together.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, man. But I have not seen him, in my opinion, with a dominant big man.
I want to see it, man, because he's a guy who I feel like is overshadowed, and probably rightfully so, by your Steph Currys, your LeBron James. Like, he's not really mentioned there. And, and look, Dame is a stand-up guy from what I hear. And I think he's totally fine. Not saying that he don't want to win a ship, but I think it's one of those deals, it's like, man, if I want to win a ship, I want to win a ship here. And there's something to be said about, not hopscotching and I don't knock guys for doing that. Like, I don't knock Kevin Durant. Right, well, I did when he went to Golden State, but like, I don't knock LeBron for going to different teams and stuff like that. But man, you just want the best for that guy. And he ain't gonna say he needs a ship, but man, it'll be a damn shame if he don't ever get one. At least get to the finals, bro. Cats talk trash about Barkley, whatever, by not winning the ship, but at least Barkley went to a finals, man.
He did, and Barkley just one of those people that had to go up against MJ, and at that moment in time, the Suns were a decent team. They had, the likes of Kevin Johnson, Dan Marley, and those boys.
Man,
you know what I mean? Like they had a squad. They had a decent squad. It just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough. Hopefully, Dame, man, you get you a chip, man. I hope they see this and hear this. Get you a big man out there. You know what I mean? Get you somebody that can really, you know what I mean? Get you. Imagine this, right? Imagine if Dame had somebody that was like that played and had the grit and played exactly like my guy that I miss, man. That before injury, this guy was so dominant, man.
Yeah.
Who I'm getting ready to say, this guy he could have been something special, man. He was something. Let me not say he was something special before injury. What is my guys now? I'm just having some brain fog here today, and I see him in my head. Oh, I know who it is now. Imagine Dame with the DeMarcus Cousins, man. When DeMarcus was DeMarcus. When he played for Portland? He did not. I'm just saying, imagine it.
If he had,
the likes of a DeMarcus Cousin who can play that role, how DeMarcus played it when he was that guy.
Sacramento, yeah.
No, before Sacramento, when he was down there with the Pelicans.
Okay.
You know what I mean? DeMarcus was hooping. Remember, at one point in time, him and AD was on the same squad.
Yeah. Well, I thought Cousins, he got drafted. I think he got drafted by Sacramento. Now I think he may have went down to but I think he got drafted.
Matter of fact, you're right. I think he did come in the game with Sacramento. Did he go back?
Still said though,
same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Him. Give me the Sacramento or the Pelicans.
Yeah.
With Dame Lillard, I'm telling you, that's all he. In my opinion, that's all he missing. DeMarcus was a dog. DeMarcus could shoot it. DeMarcus could dribble the ball. He could post you. He could rebound. He could play defense, and he was a dog. He was a dog, man. At one point in time, he was a walking double-double before injury. Double-double.
Yeah.
Walking double-double.
And you talking about
was something else.
And not wanting to get on topic too much. It's a damn shame what happened to DeMarcus Cousins because he started having all them injuries before his payday and never got that max deal. Never got it.
And he deserved it.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot of stuff we're gonna cover and why this NFL off season is happening / NBA going into the playoffs and their off season. We got some time. I got some stuff wrote down. We're gonna get into it, man. Because that need to be talked about. The players who just missed the max payday by this much, man.
Yeah, man.
This much, man. God almighty, man. Speaking of payday, Corey, it's been some changes in the league here within the past couple of weeks. You know what I mean? The trade deadline happened since the last time we spoke. You brought up, you know what I mean? Kevin Durant going out there to Phoenix to do his thing. And we discussed briefly, the last time we spoke about the trades that the Lakers had made and the new look Lakers. We really didn't do a deep dive. We just kind of brushed over and said the Lakers got some new guys. That was about it.
Yeah.
Since then, Corey, I've had a chance to observe the team.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, Corey, I like the new look Lakers. I can't lie, Corey. I'm able to keep it 1,000 with you, Corey. I can't lie. I like the new look Lakers. Corey. We just seem up, you always come on this podcast as a Laker and call us the AARP Lakers.
That's right.
Like that, you know what I mean? I'm here to tell you, Corey, we look a little bit youthful now. You know what I mean? We look a little bit youthful. Beasley doing his thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We got a couple of other cats that are just dogs. And I like that. You know what I mean? I miss some of the old guys. You know what I mean? Miss some of the old guys. I do. You know what I mean? But I got to tell you, Corey, I like it. I like this. I like the fact that how we scrapped the other night against the Mavericks when we were down almost 30 and came back and won. We that wouldn't have happened with the old crew, Corey. The old crew would have said fuck it, in my opinion. You know what I mean? This new crew, they locked down as best as they could on Luka, as best as they could, and I mean as best as they could, because Corey, I don't know. Corey, why is Luka so special, Corey? I watched this guy, Corey, and I watch him literally just shoot off the opposite foot like he practiced this shit time and time, minute after minute, Corey. Why is he like 3 players in one? Why is he a Dirk, a Kobe, and I don't even know. Why is he just Dirk and Kobe? You know what I mean? Why is he Dirk and Kobe? Corey, that's a conversation for another day. But listen, man, I like these new look Lakers. I can't lie. I like the youthfulness of them. I like the dog in them. It reminds me, Corey, just a little bit, and I'm gonna tell you why. It reminds me of the team that we had in 2020. We won the chip. It kind of does. We're faster on the wing. We got people that can shoot with trusted shooters. You know what I mean? And let me give a big shout out to my young guy, the young man Reeves, the white guy.
Corey. Corey, my God.
Corey.
Oh,
I like him.
Did you see him last night, by the way?
I didn't see him last night. What happened last night?
Dude, this dude was just getting busy. I'm talking about from the 3-point line. He had a crossover on somebody. I don't know who it was. I mean, this Austin Reeves, man.
Hey,
I'm starting to develop the same crush that I had, the man crush that I had on Alex Caruso.
I was just bringing that up.
I still wish we had him. But man, Austin Reeves, AR-15, man, that guy.
Hey,
I like that guy. Man.
I like that guy, man. Corey.
I take some liking to that guy.
Him with the new addition of the new pieces, D-Lo and the boys. Corey, I like it, Corey. I like it. I like the fact that I know we ain't seen much, but I like the fact we got Mo Bamba on the bench. I like that. I like him. I like that. I like when AD come out. That's another piece that they got to worry about defensively. He can get his rebounds. He can change shots. I like that, Corey. I like the fact that the young boys did not back down off Luka and was guarding him tight. I mean, with grit. I like the fact how we clawed and clawed. Did we win last night?
No.
Okay, cool. Regardless of that fact, I like the fact of how they look around LeBron. I like it, Corey. Yeah. I like it. I kind of wish we had this team at the beginning of the season.
I'm agreeing with you. Absolutely.
Because I'm telling you, Corey, I'm gonna tell you like this. In my opinion, if we had this team at the beginning of the season, our record wouldn't be what it is now, and I don't think that we would be scrapping for this play-in position. You know what I mean? I think that we would be more of a viable threat to anybody going up against us. We got legs, we got speed. They play the defense playing a hell of a job. AD is playing out of his fucking mind right now. AD is going crazy right now. I don't know if he's heard people calling him Mr. Glass, but Mr. Glass is showing his ass. He's like not since from his injury. You know what I mean? Since he's been back from his injury, he's been going ham, Corey. Like not to say that he don't ever go ham, because we know AD is AD. AD is a problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
AD is a problem. But I like everybody with these new pieces. I do. I really wish we would have had this team at the beginning of the season, man. I do, man. What are your thoughts on the new look Lakers, man?
Let me segment this by stating 2 separate things.
Okay.
First of all, in regards to the additions, we murder this guy every chance we get. I want to do a golf clap for Rob Pelinka. Please. I want to do a golf clap for Rob Pelinka. Let me tell you something, man. And we spoke about this briefly 2 weeks ago, where, I hear about these additions and they don't move me. They rarely ever move me because I'm just a guy. I don't keep up with recruiting.
Right.
The only college teams I watch outside of March Madness is Carolina and Duke, and the respective opponents that we play against. So I don't really care about things on paper. I don't like, because there's a lot of times things come on paper, it sounds good, it never manifests. Like when they said that we're getting Vanderbilt, a lot of people was like, oh man, that's a big deal. And I'm like, Vanderbilt? I heard of the University Vanderbilt. I'm telling you, look,
same.
Again, I keep up with the Lakers and I keep up with the marquee matchups on TNT. That's about it. I ain't gonna hold you. Dude, man, this Vanderbilt guy, let me tell you something, man.
Did you see the D that he put on Luka when we played them?
Yes. First of all, Mr. Vanderbilt, Corey from your favorite Sports Zone podcast would like to sincerely apologize by just saying I don't know who the hell he is. Because while that was true, I know who the hell you are right now, brother.
Big
and let me tell you something. The energy that him, Mo Bamba, and D-Lo, I hope his foot gets better because that's our shooting. Man, you're right. I echo exactly what you just said.
Yeah.
And Beasley. Oh, I wish we could have had this team early because you're right. I call this team the AARP team. They have lost that card because the average age of that team has went down. And, I hope that they keep this energy up. Yeah. I hope that they take it seriously and being in that Lakers uniform. I don't know if they do it for the long haul or not. I'm focused on this season. And the energy that these guys have up and down. I'm talking about Big V. I'm used to watching the said team before where, I'm watching the game. Oh, cool. I'm doing something on the computer real quick. Oh, I can look up. Oh, they barely getting the daggone ball past half court. Yeah. Playing like some old school Virginia half court type of offense. What it seems like from a speedy standpoint. Big V, let me tell you something. I'm on the computer and it's like, let me look down and Google something real quick. Man, dude, next thing you know, I hear the announcer saying, 3-pointer from D'Lo Brown. Lonnie Walker did this, that, and the third. Shooter did. I'm like,
salute to Lonnie Walker.
I found myself, Big V, especially last night and Sunday. I have to rewind because it's at the point where it's like I can't take my eye off of it because the tempo is so swift now. And it is a beautiful thing. So what do I think of the new look Lakers? I love every last second of it. But now I said I have to compartmentalize this.
Okay.
Because Big V, old habits die hard. We lost last night.
We did.
And we injured
though. We banged up. We're
banged up. So check out where I'm getting ready to go at with this, Big V. We're banged up. We know LeBron basically played on one leg Sunday. Right? I ain't sure enough King James. King James, man, you have earned the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
But then that fourth quarter last night, Big V, when we was playing Memphis, Anthony Davis, yes, you look at the box score. He got daggone 28 points, 19 rebounds, and 5 blocks. But unbelievably great. Beautiful. We lost, but, hey, as long as you come with it, you ain't going to really have no problems with me. But Big V in the fourth quarter, AD's only putting up 2 shots. Okay, all right, that's fine. Okay, all right, cool. All right, fine. Maybe everybody else got it. But Big V, we got a game tonight against OKC. When I say tonight, the Zone Land, this is being taped on a Wednesday. So as of Wednesday, March the 1st, we got a game against OKC. Well, guess who don't do back-to-backs, Big V?
AD.
Anthony Davis. Guess who's sitting out tonight without LeBron James, Big V? Oh, you guessed it. Anthony Glass Joe from Mike Tyson's Punch-Out Davis. Now, Big V, they're listening and saying that he's out because of a foot injury. Now, I watched that game last night, Big V, and I ain't saying that he's lying. I'm just saying something ain't quite adding up. Now, keep in mind, too, that Anthony Davis also stated that we are in desperation mode. I agree with that. So, Anthony Davis, if you have the privilege or lack thereof of listening to this, if you can play, play. If you can't, don't. But I don't understand, because I haven't heard of anything major. Like, LeBron, he's getting this stuff looked at by 2 or 3 different doctors or whatever. I'm not really understanding why he's not playing. Anthony Davis is not playing tonight. Like, we need you, bro. LeBron James, when you were out, daggone found the fountain of youth of 2013 when he was covering for you. We ain't saying that we need, and look, they're saying that he could be out, he being LeBron James could be out for, definitely 3 weeks where it will be reevaluated. Now, that's my point, Big V. I like this new look team. But man, Anthony Davis, man, I'm starting to kind of, as a fan, I'm starting to feel some type of way towards him. I know that he's always had this attitude of, hey man, I got to save myself for the playoffs. Well, Big V, if you save yourself now, you don't have to worry about playing in the playoffs. Well, like we need you now, dog. Like Laker as a representative, a lowly representative of Laker Nation. We need you, dog. Like LeBron's out. Now, can this team beat OKC without Shai Gilgeous-Alexander? Without you playing? I want to say yeah, but that ain't automatic, man.
Right.
I think if you got AD and the guys without Shai Gilgeous-Alexander against OKC tonight, then I think we should. But then you take AD off of it, man. The game has gotten a whole lot interesting from a casual fan standpoint. So yeah, I love the new look Lakers. But boy, this AD, man, he's starting to rub me the wrong way. Pause. I was shocked. I just found out this news maybe like an hour before we came on that he's not going to be playing tonight because this is part of a back-to-back and he don't do back-to-backs.
Jesus.
There you go.
Well, shout out to the Laker organization. Get well, everybody. You know what I mean? Speedy recovery to everybody.
Yeah.
But right now, Corey, you know what time it is, man. You know what time it is, man. What time is it, Corey? What time is it?
Man, it is time for the What the Hell segment.
Who is brought to us by, Corey?
It's brought to you by me. Solo. No influence from nobody. The brainchild of Big Vito Corleone, the godfather of this podcast. Co-sponsored by my cute little baby girl who is no longer getting kicked out of daycare for loose diapers. This brought to you by Little Corey, by Big Corey, brainchild of Big V. And man, it pains for me to do this. I was really starting to go somewhere else.
Okay.
But the atrocity of this is just really too bad for me to not pass up Big V. Big V, I would like to do a slight introduction without saying this gentleman's names first.
Okay.
Big V, he was quoted in the 90s as saying, hey, man, you look good. You play good. You play good. They pay good, Big V. Big V. This is a gentleman where his time is prime. Big V, they call him prime time. Big V, this gentleman has played for the Atlanta Falcons and the Atlanta Braves, as my man Future would say, at the same damn time. Big V, those out there in YouTube land who ain't even catching what I'm saying, this is Deion Sanders, y'all. Big V, let me bring up Sports Illustrated real quick. And let me set the table. This said gentleman, primetime, was on the Rich Eisen show. Now, I want to be crystal clear with this. I love Rich Eisen. I see him on the NFL Network, and he has a show. I don't remember if it's on the NFL Network, if it's on CBS Sports, or if it's just a podcast. But anyway, the Rich Eisen show, even though I don't watch it like that, it's a big damn deal, Big V. And so basically, the Hall of Famer shared what he looks for in quarterbacks. Well, Mr. Rich, I like to look for my quarterbacks that at least have a GPA of 3.5 or higher. And I would prefer my quarterbacks to be of a dual parent household. The quarterback is said to be leader of men, end quote. Well, now, Big V, I'm only going to speak for myself. I sure as hell ain't graduate Kinston High School with no 3.5 GPA, Big V. And I consider myself a smart guy. I ain't quite make the cut on that. So per Deion Sanders, I'm not smart enough to be his quarterback. All right, fair enough. Dual parent households. Again, Big V, I will keep this mostly to myself. My parents busted up when I was 6 or 7 years old, Big V. Now, yeah, I saw my dad every single weekend, but it ain't the same as having them in said household. Nothing to cry about. Again, I was young. I thought that was the way it was supposed to be. No problem. So let me see. Okay, so if I'm trying to go to Colorado, the Pro Football Hall of Famer, I'm out the quarterback one. Okay, cool. Oh, but then now what do you look for in defense, Big V? What do you look for? Big V, primetime, stated that his D linemen should come from single parent households. Oh, I qualify for that. Oh, and he also wants them to have free lunch. Well, I have reduced lunch, same difference. I'm talking about you just trying to make it, Sanders said. He's trying to rescue mama. Like mama barely made the flight. Big V. Now, I'll speak for myself. I have reduced lunch in high school. It is what it is. I don't have a 3.5. I ain't graduate A&T with a damn 3.5. I don't mind putting myself out there, call me whatever you want. I graduated with a 2.8. Okay? Hey, some graduated soon cum laude, like they say, Big V. I graduated, thank you, laude. That's how I graduated, Big V. You know what I'm saying? And so you start talking about the issues of what he stated. And there's definitely a racial undertone to this. Not saying it's all racial, because there are poor white people in the United States of America as well.
Yes.
White people make up the majority of the population of the United States of America. It was once stated, and I don't have facts to back this up, so somebody can get at me, fine, whatever, leave a comment down below, that, at least up to 70%, it's up to 70% of the white folks is actually on welfare, just due to the whole population thing. Black folks, there's more Hispanics here than black folks in the United States of America. So anyway, ain't gonna go too crazy off that. So there's definitely, just because you're white don't mean you're rich, in other words. But when you think of the single parent conundrum, most people think of the Black woman. When you look up single parent, more so than not always, it's going to be of that of a Black woman, right? And when you think of Black fathers, as they tell it to you on TV, whether it's through articles or whatever, you think of the absentee father. Now, a lot of my friends, they don't have their father. I just got finished stating how I saw my dad on the weekends. Well, some people didn't even have that, Big V. Some people don't even know who their dad is. So are they wrong? No, but the way that the media, whoever the news will play it up, oh, this is just a Black thing. Because you go to your white side of the family, oh, the dads are there. No, not always, but so they have you say it. So anyway, Mr. Look Good, Play Good, Pay Good, Deion, I was riding with you when you left Jacksonville State. I was a strong defender of you, but you shit the bed on this one, bro.
Big time.
Deion Sanders, what the hell, man? What the hell?
And real quick before we have to go, the tone he said it in was cringeworthy.
And you're going to say it on the Rich Eisen show, which I'm going to assume mostly have a white audience. So now it sounds like you're pandering.
God almighty. It was cringeworthy.
Damn it, Deion.
Disgusting, Deion. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate y'all tuning in. We appreciate y'all letting us have it on the comments on YouTube. How y'all be doing? You know what I mean? Keep it up. That means y'all watching. We'll appreciate it, man. You know what I mean?